Okay, so this is just to help you fix the handout task 2 code. It's just, like I said, so messed up. This way, you can not only see it, you can also see it run. The only catch here is that the one in the handout can only be done as a console program because of a slight detail. Well, I can't say that it can only be done that way, but it's a whole lot more difficult, and I didn't want to change the one that's in the handout except to make it correct. Okay, so in Visual Studio 2022, once you start up a console application, there's, essentially it says this. It doesn't even bother to say program or any of that. It doesn't say static, public, yada, yada, yada. Okay, it just basically starts. You start it up, you get this, and you get a console write line hello world. I took out the console write line hello world. So this is everything that basically goes into the program portion at the bottom of the program. It instantiates automobiles, and then a variable auto equals new automobiles Mercedes. Easy peasy. And the read key is just to stop the program. Okay, so the next thing, let's see, this is automobiles. It calls automobiles with a constructor called Mercedes. Here is automobiles. It's inheriting down from steel company. We have a part here, string part, automobiles, string part is passed into underscore part. Underscore part is just a variable which is to indicate that it's a private variable. It doesn't actually have to be an underscore, but just so you know, it is a private variable because it's not declared public. There are some languages wherein you have to use an underscore to get it private. Now then, you'll notice then it's passing back. I have a cat trying to get into my lap here. Passing back to base. The base is steel company. And it's passing in the value of cast iron. Okay, so it's passing cast iron into steel company. This is what makes this so hard to convert to WFA. Because this is not declared in WFA, instantiated in WFA, you can't just send it to a list box because there is no list box or anything here. No graphical anything is declared here. Now I could open it up, but it would still only open it for this one output line, and that would be a pain. In order to take this to another section, I'd have to create a list and make it static and then send it to the list. It's a pain, okay? I just wanted this to be matching the handout, only with correct braces and stuff like that. Okay, so this passes cast iron to steel company. Steel company is right here. It's probably spaced out a little differently, but it's still, you know, it is otherwise what the handout should be. The reason why it's spaced out like that is because I just cut and pasted from the handout and then fixed it. Okay, so yeah, you get the idea. Again, we're going to base. Base is metals, and steel is going to metals, and it goes in, does its job. When metals finishes, because when you're passing back to a parent, like in this case, steel company's parent is metals, it inherits from metals. When automobile, you call automobile, steel company is the parent here. When you call the base, it actually goes up to the base, and it instantiates it, starting off sort of a, you know, chain reaction. Okay, so automobiles was called here, then it goes to automobiles, then it goes to steel company, then it goes to metals. Metals finishes, it writes out this line, this finishes, writes out this line, this finishes, writes out its line. Now again, this went to steel company. Okay, that means it went to steel company right then, and then it comes back after steel company has finished. Okay, so this finishes with automobiles. Automobiles goes back to program, okay, to main essentially. And there's nothing here which says, you know, that prints out Mercedes or anything like that. So at that particular point, this program does all of this. And that's it. Metal, where they should have put metals probably, but I didn't see that. Steel, grade, cast iron, part, Mercedes, which seems kind of like an odd thing to call it. But okay, so this is everything that's in main right here. These two lines, I think. This is everything that's in automobiles. This is everything that's in steel companies. When you put it into the compiler, it's easier to see that, you know, we need to line up these braces. And notice that when we're lining up these braces need to be inside of the outer braces, need to be inside of the outer braces. Okay, that's for a reason, and we need to be very cognizant of that fact. That's true of every single one of these. Okay, so as we trickle back down, and again, braces inside of braces, the only place where you don't see that is here, because Microsoft decided to hide the whole bit of main, because apparently people thought they were going to be cute. That's why when you do a WFA program, you don't mess with main. this is hiding main from you so that you can't mess with main, just so you know. You mess with main, you crash the program if you don't do it right. Okay, so this is the end of this program.